Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Um, let's get started today. First of all, what we do is we will go here into the file and we say open folder. Then you select some folder. For example, I select the Mern second here. I say open and
सर
opens.
स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं किया अभी
Oh, screen is not shared. I will share it first of all. It will be entire screen. Let it be the screen one. Okay. Now is it visible?
यस सर
So you say file, then you say open folder, right? What is open folder here coming up? Open,
सर एक बार ही क्लिक कीजिए लेफ्ट साइड
हाँ
से
हाँ,
बस
open folder, okay? Then you select some folder and say open. Now folder is opened. Now in this folder, okay, you will create few files. Say for example, you go here and you say the first file should be the index.html, enter, and then you again click the same folder and say plus here, but now this time you create a new folder like this and you call this folder as style. Okay, you call it as style, style, and in this style, while you select the style and you select the new file here and you call it style.css. CSS we will learn later actually, but to make things understand, we have to have some kind of styling. Later on, we'll take CSS as a separate subject, but while teaching HTML, we may need style to understand what is going on. So that's why we create a separate folder for that style file and we create the style.css in it. And we have the index.html, which will be our main file. Similarly, we can have for the JavaScript another folder which we call as script. So maybe you go select the Mern here, okay, and then say plus, and then here you may say the script where we will keep the JavaScript files. So we will have different folders, and in different folders we'll have the different things. Similarly, we may have the media file folder, the picture folder or video folder where we keep the different things. Okay. Now, first, this is the VS Code. We would like to set up the environment for our coding. For that, we will do a lot of things. Okay. The the first thing we see from this side of this window is the explorer. This is the explorer which opens the files and folders, and this is the current folder you are in. So when you say file open folder, you set up that environment for that folder in the VS Code. So that जो आपका folder होगा वहाँ जो आपने खोला होगा वही आपका project folder होगा. इसी के अंदर आप ये जो चीज़ें डाल रहे हो उसी folder में डल रही है. Tasir Butt is raising hand. Yes. Any question? Yes, Tasir. You have any question?
नहीं सर इसको गलती से हुआ होगा
Okay. Now, then there is a search button here, for example. So if I go here in the HTML, index.html, put up the exclamation, and it will come up and press enter. Okay. Now, such that you will have the boilerplate code. Okay. Here in the boilerplate code, there is a document. In document, you say, for example, semantic tags, semantic HTML. Maybe you call it semantic HTML. The title. This should be the title of the page we will create. So, 1 second. Okay. So this is gonna be the title of our page. He has got some issues, right? This is style.css. I close this. This is the index.html. Okay. Now here you say that we have So I will dispose of. First it is already disposed, so I say go live. If I say go live, the browser will come up. Okay, and if you see here the browser, okay, I just put the browser here. Now you see the semantic tag HTML is coming as a title on the top of the page. So title is what comes on the top of the page. Okay, so this is the title we created here. Where's the VS Code gone? VS Code. One second. Why is it not coming? Because is it maximized? Now here we are. This is the title we created, the semantic HTML. Now, for example, in the body here, you may have here, for example, h1 tag, and you have written here my first page, or something, and then you may have another h1 tag, for example, and I'm saying something in it, for example. Now if you select something here, you want, say for example, I'm saying h1, and or I may say my first page of my, okay, I say I'm searching the my, and I want to convert it to you. Okay, then I say change. So replace. So it will replace wherever, whatever was, whatever you searched, and you can replace. So you can search multiple things. Okay, so for example, if I say the shortcut is the shift option and down arrow, so it will copy paste the things. So you have to, basically you have to be is my voice coming?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I am saying is that if you have to be in a development, you need to be very fast. So for that we have lots of keyword shortcuts in the VS Code. To see them, you can go to the help here on the top. Okay, here on the top you go to the help, and then you have the keyboard shortcuts. You just print that keyboard shortcuts, they're coming up as you could see here. This is for the Mac, and if you have Windows, you will have for the Windows. These all keyboard shortcuts you should learn day by day. Just keep these keyboard shortcuts printed and put it in front on your desk, and practice one by one these things. So one of the keyboard shortcuts I just showed is shift option and down arrow. You may have in the Windows something like control or something. Just see, uh, or maybe control D, for example, you have maybe. I don't know exactly remember that, but you just see from the keyboard shortcuts what is that. यानी कि आप यहाँ पे जो जहाँ पे कर्सर होगा, इस कर्सर को पूरी लाइन एक तो कॉपी भी करना और नीचे भी डालना है. दैट इज शिफ्ट ऑप्शन एंड डाउन एरो. So it's not only copying the whole line, it's putting it down. So you don't have to do like this: first select the things, then right click, then say copy, and then say control C, control V. You can do very briskly. Okay, there are many shortcuts. For example, I want to convert the whole of these things, for example here. So I may my cursor is here, that's called multi cursor, another shortcut I am saying. Then you say option. I have here option in the Mac, and in your Windows you may have to press Alt, then press the Alt and click, then click, then click, then wherever you want to change. So I want to change in all these lines. Now you see I got a multi cursor, and if I say delete, everything is getting deleted. Okay, and I want to write something, your first page. So now everywhere is being written. So if you want to do multiple changes on multiple, not necessarily that the lines has to be continuous. Lines can be, for example, I want to change in this line, and press option, and you will press Alt, go to this line, go to this line. So I'm alternate lines I'm changing. Okay, and in this I am saying something else. Okay, website, for example. Now you see it's changing 3 places simultaneously, so it will give up a lot of speed. Now here, if you want to change, for example, your, I am saying your, it will try to find everywhere, and I will say I will replace it with the my, and just replace. and it will replace everywhere. Now you could see all the yours have converted to my. So this is also handy where you, if you want to do multiple replacements, okay, sometimes you have put up some name and it's multiple times and you want to change it in a one go, so you can do that from the here. Now the third thing here is the source control. This is very important. We will spend some 10 to 15 days on Git and GitHub training, which is our online repository and version control. What basically we do the project, we don't do projects like this. We start our project. For example, you want to create a project, you will start your project in the GitHub, or there are two ways of doing things. You start your project in GitHub. In the GitHub, you will start your project. There are two things, one is called Git and one is called GitHub. We'll discuss that in a third beer, and we'll do 10 days at least training on that. So what basically we do is we create this project, whatever the project we are creating. Say for example, we want to create some website, we start it in a GitHub, and then we link that with the VS Code here, and whatever we are doing here, it is then automatically updated on the GitHub. Or you can start in the VS Code and link with the GitHub, and then whatever you will do here will be uploaded on the GitHub automatically, and there will be the version controls. You can have different versions. The beauty of the version control is, for example, you have one version created of your software, and then you next day come on, you do a lot of changes, but that changes were bad, you want to go back to this version. Okay, now you can do that if we have a GitHub. But if we do here, we don't know how much change we have done. Let's say for example we have 100 lines of code. Okay, in the 100 lines of code, I did some change in the line of 20, line of 40, line of 50, line of 30, then I come back, I did color change here, I could do a lot of things. Later on I don't know where I have done the changes. I can't use control Z to, because maybe because control Z will do, it will go back sequentially. Maybe all these were good, I do not want this change, I want to want this change. So therefore we have to maintain different versions of our software what we are developing. So that can be helped by the GitHub. And these days, first thing the company asks, when you say for example I'm a Mern stack developer, they will ask you, show us your GitHub projects, what you have done. Because in the GitHub, not only you can do the version controls and all these things, and you may have also the teamwork. You can do the teamwork also. There are multiple people working on a same project, you can do that also. Okay, but also you can put your website live. For example, you can put your website live using the GitHub. So it is very important that we understand how Git and GitHub will work. Okay, we will be doing that, and that will come up here. Okay, so this is the guy where the Git and GitHub stuff will come up here, and from here we will upload and we will download, or we will go back and forth to the GitHub repository and your local repository, that is your VS Code on your laptop. Is that clear what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then there are a lot of things, which there are tons of things which basically a software developer has to do. Say for example, if we have to start this website development, the first course should be on the software engineering, right? There are a lot of things. Then at the other side, there are the Docker and Kubernetes. This is a huge knowledge base. It's not like a short-term course. Basically, to become a actual developer, become a professional developer, it is at least a 1 year course basically to have this. But we just concentrate on Mern. We will do the Mern stuff and all the React. We will do the then there is lots of APIs, lots of things which has to be done to become the software. That depends on your interest, but first we will continue the basic technology, that is the Mern. Then if you are interested, you can go to the Dockers and Kubernetes, the component based development, which is required by the companies these days. Okay, now that's up to you how much you want to learn later, but first basic, you have to cover the basic first. Okay, so we are done with this thing. Then if you see this one here, it's a run and debug. So if you have the errors and all, which will come up in this window, that is the run and debug. Now if these are the extensions tab, this is a very important thing. We have extension tab. In the extension tab, you will first say auto save. I have done all the things here. So this is extension, not the settings. You can't say auto save here. So you have to actually install the extensions. The first extension was the live server. Okay, so live server, you may have installed that, I guess. Live server have you installed?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Now with the live server extension, we may have many more extensions also. So live server will give us the live shadow copying of the DNS, and it will show us whatever we are doing on the website. So we are done with that. Then we have many other server extensions, like we got the Prettier. Okay, go to the Prettier and install the Prettier code formatter. It will make your code look better, if you see here. So if I do changes here, if I'm not putting up the things in an order and all that, the Prettier will come up. So whenever I save, they automatically line up properly. Okay, as you could see, my code is lining up properly. It is because of the Prettier. It does the code formatting on save. In fact, I have the auto save option. See, if I do some changes here, see this cross here. Concentrate on the HTML, जो index.html का cross है, concentrate on that. No, whenever you start changing, there comes the white dot. Okay, that white dot will automatically go into the. It will go automatically because I have the auto save. I have the auto save installed in it. Okay, so if you have the moment it saves, okay, it also moment it saves, the dot will go, and also the Prettier will come into play and format my document and put it in a proper format with a good indenting and all. I don't have to do it off my own. Okay, same is with the Beautify, Beautify, Beautify. That is being deprecated, as you could see. Now I had installed Beautify also. I may have installed it, but it's deprecated. It's showing the cross, then it's deprecated. So Prettier is more than enough. So if we have a Prettier, one more thing, extension is that's called bracket pair. BRACKET, bracket pair, bracket pair. Bracket pair colorizer, huh? This one. I have done something else maybe. Yes, I have bracket pair color DLW. Some sort of bracket pair color you need to have. Okay, so that it will give us the brackets colors and all. Uh, so you can use a bracket pair color for them, so that we can understand the brackets and all. So it will give that colors for us. Okay, then there are like we have more things in that, which is auto rename. Yes, auto rename is very important. Auto rename. So auto rename, why is it not coming? Auto rename was something like that. Auto rename tag. Yeah, auto rename tag. Install the auto rename tag. What it does is auto rename tag. Yeah, install that. So what it does is, for example, I change this h1 to h2. See, if I change h2 here, it will automatically change on the other side. So I don't have to change it. See, if I change it h2, now other side also coming automatic h2. So I don't have to change myself these things. That is what auto rename does. Okay. Now there are many more, like the shortcuts we have. For example, if I want to just let me remove all this now. If I have to, for example, create a list, okay, I want to create a list, which we'll see later on. So first of all, I have to create an UL tag. Then inside the UL tag, I will create some li tags, list tag, and then I say, for example, 1, and then I have to create another list tag here. I may say li, say this is 2. Okay, and maybe another ally tag, for example, and I say 3. So this will create me the list, right? If I go to the browser and check it down, where is my browser? Okay, it's coming like the list 1 2 3 like this. But you have to be very fast. Okay, you will learn. I will teach you in the when we start doing the code, you will learn these tricks later on also. So in short, if I want to do the same thing, say for example I say ul, then say angle bracket, then say li, and then say into 5. So this will create ul tag and inside li tag 5 times. The same thing what I did last time. Okay, here then I say for example alt, press alt or option, then write something here to create a list, whatever. Now if I see here, now it's coming up. So it gives a lot of fastness. So we can create a lot of tags with the shortcuts. We will see later. We will create all the tags using shortcuts. So that will give us, we have say for example div, and then inside we have to create the classes, and I would not show it right now because we have not done enough coding. Uh, so we can do that in a jiffy, very fast. We can create a lot of tags and all, inside tags, all sub tags and all. We can do that. Okay, that is the one thing. And then in the settings, we will do something like, for example, then we have here, uh, after extension, as you could see here, uh, it is the development. This is what I was saying, like Dockers and Kubernetes, where we have the container based development that comes up here, in this extension. Then if you have to share and you want to join people with this project, which is done here, then this is your profile. And then at the end, okay, as I could see in my profile is already GitHub linked. We see later on how to link that, and my Microsoft account is also linked, and so on. And the last one here is the gear icon. This gear icon is the settings. In the gear icon, you choose the setting. You can have other things like themes, you have the profiles, which is very simple. You can do that. But the main thing is here settings. In this gear icon on the bottom, you choose the settings. And in the settings, you first thing you save is the auto save. Right, auto save. Okay. The auto save is here, which you should change. If it is off, it should be on, because the things should be automatically saved. Okay, so I'm saying on focus, or you say on window change, or you say something, या focus change हो गया, या windows change हो गया, कुछ रख ले, off off नहीं रखना है. ठीक है, ये auto save है. This is very important. We should do that. Okay, now next thing you will do here, are you doing with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, next thing we do here is what's called a word wrap. You say word wrap. Okay, word wrap is coming up here. Okay, इसको on करें आप. Okay, अगर हम ये off है, for example, अगर इसको off रखेंगे फिलहाल, I go to the index here and maybe I say here the p tag, then I say here the lorem. Now you see this lorem is coming up in a one line, and I got the horizontal bar here, right? यहाँ पे horizontal bar आ गया. तो लेकिन अगर मेरा एक्सटेंशन ये है, अगर ये ऑन है, क्या है, ऑन है, तो उसके बाद क्योंकि यहाँ पे ये ना फॉर्मेटर ने इसके ऊपर काम कर लिया, जो ना हमारे पास एक्सटेंशन जो हमने लगाया है, प्रेटियर ने इसको सीधे लाया, वरना इसमें ये हो जाता है. लेकिन अगर हम अब जब ये ऑन होगा, तो अगर हम लोरेम अब लिखेंगे, ठीक है, इट विल कम अप in multiple lines, not a single line there. So इसलिए आपको ये settings में word wrap on रखना चाहिए, ताकि चीज़ें स्क्रीन के राइट में बहुत ना जाए, वो बिल्कुल नीचे जाए और अच्छे से दिखें हमारे स्क्रीन के अंदर. ठीक हो गया? दिस इज योर व्हाट, दिस इज कॉल्ड वर्ड wrap. ठीक है ना, इसमें हॉरिजॉन्टल आपका नहीं आता है ये. इसी तरीके से आपको और भी सेटिंग्स हैं बहुत सारी. ओके, जिसे हम फॉर्मेट ऑन सेव जो हम कहते हैं ना, फॉर्मेट ऑन सेव जो हम करते हैं, या एक और चीज़ इसमें थी हमारे पास कि हम जैसे वर्क स्पेस हो गया और ये यूज़र है, ठीक है ना। ये दो चीज़ें हैं यहाँ पे, एक तो वर्क स्पेस है और एक तो यूज़र है। तो इसमें भी हमारे पास बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो कि हम करेंगे आराम से। एक जूम आता है हमारे पास, जूम, यस। अगर हम जूम की बात करेंगे, जूम, अब यहाँ पे देखें, माउस व्हील जूम मेरे पास है यहाँ पे। अगर टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे आप पहले क्लिक करेंगे यहाँ पे जूम में, सो यहाँ माउस व्हील जूम है, इसको आप चेक करें। टर्मिनल में भी माउस व्हील जूम है, इसको भी चेक करें। तो उससे क्या होता है कि एक तो हो गया कि अगर मुझे जूम करना है और मैं ऐसे करूँगा, मैं कहूँगा कमांड शिफ्ट एंड प्लस, तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, जूम हो रहा है, लेकिन ये सारा वी एस कोड जूम हो रहा है। सो उससे मुझे मुझे वी एस कोड जूम नहीं करना था, मुझे कोड जूम करना था, मुझे ये वाला कोड जूम करना था। तो मैं इस कोड को जूम कर सकता हूँ एज यू कुड सी व्हील से, या पिंच करके ऑन ऑन द पैड, जो आपका ये है ना माउस पैड लैपटॉप का, या आपका अगर माउस है तो उसको व्हील और वो शिफ्ट का दबा के और व्हील को चला के आप इसको, कोड जूम हो रहा है, विंडो आपकी वैसी ही है। सो दिस कैन हैपन यूजिंग द जूम, ठीक है। अगर आप यहाँ पे इसमें ये जो जूम है, जूम द फॉन्ट, टेक्स्ट एडिटर में जाके जूम द फॉन्ट ऑफ द एडिटर व्हेन यूजिंग माउस व्हील एंड होल्डिंग द कमांड, इन माय केस आपके अंदर कंट्रोल होगा शायद, अगर विंडोज़ है तो, अगर मैक है तो उसमें यही है। तो आप फॉन्ट को, जो आपका ये एडिटर है उसमें फ़ॉन्ट को आप जूम कर सकते हो ताकि वो बेटर दिखे आपके अपने हिसाब से। सो ये रहा आपका सेटिंग्स, और इसके बाद भी और भी बहुत सारी सेटिंग्स हैं, वो हम करते ही जाएंगे आहिस्ता आहिस्ता। ठीक हो गया। तो अभी हम वापस जाएंगे इधर, एंड अब इंडेक्स डॉट एच टी एम एल के ऊपर जाएंगे यहाँ पे। अब इसके बाद हम जो हमारा बेसिक एच टी एम एल है यहाँ पे, अब मैं पहले बॉडी को ये रिमूव करूँगा ये सारा, ताकि क्लटर ख़त्म हो, ताकि क्लियरली हम बात करें कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा सा जूम करूँगा ताकि आपको दिखें अच्छे से, एंड आई डोंट नीड दिस फॉर अ वाइल। ओके, और यहाँ पे जो है मेटा टैग्स की बात करेंगे अब। मेटा टैग्स, आई टोल्ड यू, इट इज़ द डेटा अबाउट डेटा। मेटा टैग इज व्हाट? डेटा अबाउट डेटा,
डेटा।
राइट। सो मेटा टैग्स में हमारे पास बहुत सारे मेटा टैग्स हैं जो कि हमारे ऊपर काम करते हैं। एक मैंने आपसे कहा था कि वी हैव टू वर्क एज पर द सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन, राइट, SEO, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन। और वो सर्च इंजन या आपका AI, आजकल आपका जनरेटिव AI है, जन AI आज बहुत चल रहा है, जिसमें आपको, आप कोई चीज़ बता रहे हो और वो खुद साइट के ऊपर जाके वो सर्च करके वो आपको, चैट GPT हो या आपका डीप सीक है, वो ला रहा है चीज़ें। अब उसको कैसे पता कि मेरी जो वेबसाइट है इसमें क्या है? ठीक है, जो मेरी वेबसाइट है इसमें कौन सी चीज़ है, कहाँ पे क्या है। इसमें दो चीज़ें जो हम करेंगे, एक तो मेटा टैग हमारे पास है और एक हमारा जो सिमेंटिक टैग्स है। ये सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि नॉर्मल टैग जैसे आपका BR टैग है, इट डज़ नॉट हैव अ सिमेंटिक। जो सिमेंटिक टैग है, जो हमारे सिमेंटिक टैग है, जैसे हमारे पास हेडर है, हेडर टैग है, हमारे पास नेविगेशन टैग है, एंड ऑल दैट, बहुत सारे टैग्स हैं हमारे पास। फुटर है, हमारे पास एसाइड है, हमारे पास मेन है, हमारे पास आर्टिकल टैग है। ये टैग्स जो है ना हम सिमेंटिक टैग बोलते हैं। पहले समझेंगे हम सिमेंटिक का मतलब क्या होता है। कि सिमेंटिक हो गया जिसमें कोई मीनिंग निकले, यानी कि अगर आपके पास एक मकान है फॉर एग्जांपल, जहाँ बहुत सारे रूम्स हैं, ठीक है ना, तो आप कह रहे हो रूम 1, आपके पास एक कम मकान के अंदर आपके पास फ़र्ज़ कीजिए 20 रूम्स है, तो आप कह रहे हो रूम 1 to 20। अब इस रूम 1 एंड रूम 20 या रूम 19 या रूम 8 या रूम 6, इससे कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा, क्योंकि रूम सबका एक ही नाम है, रूम। लेकिन अब अगर मैं उस रूम को बदले, इस रूम के बदले, आई विल स्टार्ट कॉलिंग इट किचन। Now this kitchen has a semantics with it. We understand that this is something where we cook and where we can have, where we can dine. Okay? And if that room I call the bedroom now, Now if I don't say room, I say bedroom, that means my search engine can see that this is a place where people can sleep. And if that room is called the washroom, so when the matter I say washroom, now the SEO will get benefit by looking at it, because I know this washroom will be somewhere where you bath or do something else, right? So all of them are rooms. But if I say drawing room now, now in the drawing room, I know search engine can get the meaning out of it, that here in this room there will be some kind of guests. You getting the point what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So by
Yes, sir.
merely saying room, even though all of them are rooms, there is no doubt about it. So say, similarly in our HTML4, we were using divs for our divisions. We were using divs everywhere, which creates some kind of a division. This is a div, this is another div. Maybe inside I have another div. So for example, if I have to create a page like this, I have here some headings, then I have here the footer, I have here this side, I have here this side, I have here stuff. You called it all div. Everything was a div, the division, the container. Okay, but the div for SEO, when I say div, it was everything was same. The div, it is like the room. This is room. This is room. This is room. But now I do not call it the div. I give it a tag of header. I give it a tag of main. I give it a tag of footer. Now this footer is again the same as div. It creates the same container like the div was creating. But now this footer has a meaning which SEO and web crawlers, we have the web crawlers which actually go inside our site and see what is going on here, so that it can come in our index list of Google index list and all that. Because if you have to say for example search something on the Google, right? You're Now Google is going through all the websites and trying to fetch what I'm asking for. Say for example I'm asking for apples. Now Google is trying to see the keywords apples in the websites and link all those websites which have the apple as a keyword and get them in our search list. And anyone with the better search engine optimization index will come on the top. Now by having the div, we say div and all, it gives me no meaning at all. It is just like a room. But now when I say header, the footer, the main, okay, now I say main, for example here I say main tag. Now Google knows, SEO knows that this is the crux of this site. The main will have the main content. This is the nav, so this is the navigation content. And similarly is the meta tag, which is in fact for the search engine optimization, these meta tags. Because we are here telling what this site is about, what my site is about. This is what SEO will be interested in, to list our site in certain scenarios. That's why when we create any site, we have a lot of hashtags, okay, which I don't do with my YouTube videos, which I should be doing, but because of my laziness I don't do it. Because I have not monetized my channel, because I think that's haram. So I have not monetized my YouTube channel. uh, that's why there are no ads coming up. If you have seen my YouTube videos, there are no ads at all. Even a zero ad will come up there, because I have not monetized it. That is why I'm lazy and I didn't put up hashtags. Otherwise, my videos have very good quality. It could have a lot of viewership. uh, but because I'm not putting any hashtags there, because you have the hashtags, these are the keywords. These are what? Keywords. When somebody search
Keyword.
something on a YouTube, somebody search on YouTube, says they will search Mern stack. Now these hashtags will optimize the search engine and will list particular site with those hashtags, and they will come up in the search. Maybe if you search videos for the Mern stack, my videos will not be shown up because I have no hashtags at all with my videos, right? So same is with the meta tag. This meta here is actually announcing What, because it's not something which will be shown up in my website. It's not about it. It's the data about data. It's about what is this site all about. Okay, it's a data about this site. So that is why my search engine SEO will have an interest. My web crawlers, which, web crawlers are like a bots which see the sites and try to see those keywords and everything. Now for that we create just few meta tags to understand. Okay, so here firstly, when you basically put up something in the key in the Google URL, you put something to search. For example, you are searching the Mern, then tons of sites which deal with the Mern come up here. But you see the first site name and there is some kind of a description, right? If you have something in a Google, if you search in a Google, in a moment, if we search in a Google something, say for example Mern, okay, and I give it a this thing. Now you see it's coming here, the geeks for geeks, the Mern stack is coming. But what is coming here? It is the description, right? So you may have lots of things, and whatever is coming here, it's a description. That description is actually the meta tag. That description is actually what? The meta tag. What you
Meta
will,
tag.
that is what you will write here in a meta tag. Say for example, I say here like this, right here like this, META, then colon, then DESC, and press enter. Now this will create a meta tag, name, description, and content, whatever the content you put up here. So my description here. So whatever you put here is what is coming here in the description, in the Google search. So you have to put up the proper description of your website here. You got that? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Let me put it a little smaller. This is what the meta tag description does. Everybody with me? Dama shangu baki.
No, sir.
Okay. क्या चीज मिनिमाइज करूँ? अरे इस साइड क्यों आ गया ये? One second. अच्छा अच्छा, ये इसमें है. ठीक ठीक ठीक. Let me get it on this screen, because I have two screens here, so that's why it's creating a little mess. Window, entire screen, screen one. Okay, now we are back. So here I created one meta tag, this called description. Let me create another meta tag. For example, that's what I said, the keywords. Okay, I say META colon, then say KW, the keyword. It will press enter. Now it will create the meta tag with the name, keyword, and the contents are like whatever this. Say for example, this site was about shoes, so I will put up shoes. Okay, I may say for example boots, or whatever you want to say. You whatever you like, what are the keywords you have to that site, because these keywords are very important. Because OSMir is raising hand. I'll go with Basa. Now these keywords will help the search engine to see what my site is all about, so that whenever somebody searches something, because using the keywords, it can come to my site. This is for the web crawler, what I said, right? Getting?
Yes, sir.
Then there is the meta tag colon, then there is what's called as the author. It's not coming up, so let me put up the meta tag firstly. META, write it name, NA, enter, and author, AUTHOR, who is the author. Okay, and the contents is whatever you want, who the author is. Author of the website. Then there is also the meta tags. Write the meta, META, enter. Then inside the angle bracket, you say HTTP equivalent. Okay, and here I say refresh for example. कि अगर आप चाहते हो कि आपकी साइट जल्द से रिफ्रेश हो, ओके, एंड देन से कंटेंट से 2 मीन्स 2 सेकेंड के बाद ये खुद रिफ्रेश होनी चाहिए. यानी कि इफ़ यू गो हियर, कमांड एस टू सेव इट, इफ ऑटो सेव तो फिर भी सेव करेगा, तब भी कमांड एस दबाएं एंड गो टू द ब्राउजर हियर. नाउ इफ यू सी हियर, see this, it's automatically refreshing. Look at here, after 2 seconds it's refreshing. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sometimes you want this to refresh your site, okay, but it will reload everything if you refresh. So I don't want right now here, so press command and forward slash to comment it out. So command forward slash, or in your case Windows, it will be control and forward slash to comment everything out. Now you see I am placing here the cursor and I say command and forward slash. It does this. This is the syntax of comment. Okay, so this will be taken out of the comments, like we do see comments. The same is here, so that it will not be part of the code. Getting? Hanji, are you getting properly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
we go in a body and we create some semantic tags. Now I said what is a semantic tag? That we have to divide our page into different areas, and those areas are given proper name. For example, I go here. The first one is the header. First one is what? Then usually in header we have the logos and there is some name of the website and all those things. And then there is a navigation bar, the nav bar. In the nav bar we have different navigations, okay. Then we may have here on the bottom, we may have the footer, okay. And with this footer has some copyright issues, okay. Some contacts, we have contact details, we have the copyrights in the footer, we do that in the footer. And what is the main content that comes in the main area? And on the one side we have what is called as an aside. Now if you see the search engine optimization, again the main, my web crawler knows that this main is the crux of this website. Whatever is coming in the main, that's the main text, okay. In main we can have a lot of articles, article tags. We're using the article tags, we can create the articles, okay. We can have many articles here, the article tags. And in an aside tag we have something which is on an aside, maybe some pictures, something else which is not the main text but which complements my main text. Say for example in the main text something is coming up regarding this something, I may have some picture or some additional information which is on the aside, or sometimes in aside we do some notifications, okay. This is how this is what's called as a web layout. This is called what? Web layout. Later on when we done it, I will give you the assignment. Say for example if I say here the web layout, and you will see there are a lot of web layouts, okay. If you click it here, the first one, and then these are some web layouts, a logo, navigation, header, this one. Now this is another layout, this is another layout, it's another layout. You should be able to draw all these layouts. So you should be able to divide your web page about using these layouts, the different layouts, okay. Okay, now I will give you later assignments to create these layouts. ठीक हो गया? हाँ जी,
Yes, sir.
समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. Ji, sir.
So let us create our first. Let's create. That's why I'm saying CSS also a little bit here, so that later on we will do in-depth CSS. But I'm showing you little CSS also here. I have to show so that you will understand the things. You will see the things. क्योंकि अगर हम करेंगे और दिखेगा नहीं अच्छे से तो फिर वो समझ नहीं आएगा. So first I have maybe the header. I have the first uh, basic. If we see the, say for example, if you see this site, web layout site, okay, itself, I thought I will show you the contact. Now you Kashmir University site. Now if you see here, you could see this is the header that on the top where we have the logo, we have the main name of the things. They have also given the contact and all details here. Now after that, you see this is the nav bar, the home, about us. It's a drop down coming up. So we should be able to design like these, where we have the sub menus and all. So this is called the menu bar or nav bar, navigation bar, where we have search also. Then they have divided their page. See, this is the aside where there are some questions and something else happening, and this is the main where we have the main stuff, and it's divided into some article tags. As you could see here, this is one, this is another one where we have these pictures, and here we have the text. Now they have different articles and all, but this is the overall the main. ये overall main है. And here this is our big footer. This is our footer. As you could see, this is the footer, the in the down, where we have the social networking sites, we have other things, the blogs, about us. Then there are some icons. If we say, we can later develop the same clone of this site only, where we have, see, you hover it and the color changes, it pops up. So it should be like that. We may have we will practice portfolio website, because you have to, when you go for the job, you have to have develop your portfolio also, who you are and what are your expertise. Then in a portfolio, professional portfolios have many things, uh, which actually tells about you as a developer. So who you are, what are your expertise, how many projects you have done. Depending upon that, it has many pages, and it have the same thing, same scenario, where we have different these menus. And if you could see, it's moving on, but still. Now see, another thing, that when I scroll up, the header is going, but now you see it sticks. After that, you see it's coming up, it's still coming up, menu is coming up on the top. This is also one of the designs we do. Okay, and this is whole main tag here, and then in the bottom, this is a footer, big footer, right, where we have, and you see the hover, on hover something is happening, the color is coming up, it's coming to life, the icon is coming to life. We should be able to do the same stuff after doing us. So this is how our page is, usually our page is like that, but there are different layouts. As you could see here, we can have many different layouts as per our requirements. But maximum sites, if you see, they have the header, they have the navigation, they have the main area, they have the aside, and they have the footer, and in the main they have the article tags. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Let me repeat. Let me repeat with the overall. Now it may vary with the design and all, but overall we have the header. In header, what we have? We have firstly the logo, right? A picture logo and a name or something else, and sometimes the contact information is given here and all that. And then there is a nav bar, navigation bar, where we have different areas of your website, the link of the different areas of our website. For example, if I see the Kashmir University website, now let's go to the University of Kashmir. See here, this is the same here situation happening. This is the header, right, where we have a logo, the Kashmir University name, and some contact details and all. Okay, and then this is the here which is coming. What is this now? You tell me.
Navigation bar.
This is the nav bar. We should be able to, ऐसे जैसे इसमें है ना glassy look. We should be able to copy and clone this website where here University of Kashmir, and then when I hover, the green color is coming up, and before that it's transparent. Okay, it's transparent. Backside दिख रहा है इसमें, और University of Kashmir है, it's called glassy look. We will do that later. So academics, this is different. What are these navigation bars? They're actually different. If I click it, it will go to the different area, different page. Maybe it's opening up different page. So these are nothing but links to the different areas. Sometimes in a same page, or if it's a multi-page, it will open up the multiple pages. Then we have different parts of the web page. So they are main page, and then we have the different articles and all that. And in the bottom, there will be the big footer, right? Then there's a book footer. Now they have divided their website into different areas. Okay. Now before HTML5, in HTML4, this was all created by divs. But now in HTML5, we have proper names with the proper semantics. Semantics means meaning. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
this thing now we have to create. Okay. I think it's 7:27. We will continue this tomorrow, inshallah. Okay. Because basically our class are from Monday to Friday, but we have missed one day, so we will give Saturday also. ठीक है?
Yes,
ठीक है
sir.
सर.
We continue the semantic tags tomorrow, inshallah. Okay then.
Okay.
Allah Hafiz.